Hi, my name is Fallon Starkey, and this is my persuasive speech for speech. Today I'm going to talk about why homemade biscuits are better than store-bought biscuits and how you can actually save money from it. What I want to start with is, do we actually know what's in store-bought biscuits, or are companies hiding the truth? Since I've been little, my family we've always made homemade biscuits together, sitting around the stove and all teaching each other how to make it. This speech is for me to find out which one is better personally, but I thought I could share it with my classmates and my teacher. For this speech, I've asked my family, I've searched through cookbooks, and I found reliable sources and compared the different prices between Walmart, Target, and all them places against store-bought and homemade food. And one thing I want to say is, do we really know what's in our food exactly, or if companies are telling us the truth, or if there's a deeper meaning to it? The differences between store-bought and homemade is homemade, you know what's going into your food. You know what's making it because you make it yourself. And store-bought, you're having companies make it, and the majority of the measures that they make are about isolating the fat, fiber, or vitamins and determining how to measure them. Many of the tests are only a few hours long. It may take a few days for the cholesterol test to be completed. However, laboratory testing isn't the only technique to figure it out. There is other ways. Food manufacturers can always use an FDA-approved database that has already been used to measure a variety of foods and ingredients. Now, this may sound awesome, and you may be wondering why I'm talking about it and why it's such a bad thing. Well, the database is private and not accessible to the public, and it makes you question, do we actually know what's going in our food, or could they be putting something else in there? It's most commonly used to measure basic recipes or foods with difficult to measure ingredients. No further research has been done about this or has been allowed to go in there because it's a private section. If you buy biscuits, also wanted to talk about something else. The price comparison against it too. I've already talked about how you know what's going into the ingredients, or if you do. Homemade, you just milk some flour and some stuff and you mix it together to make the actual ingredients of biscuits. If you buy biscuits at Walmart from a 20 pack, it's $3.96 to make some from store-bought or frozen. If you want to make some your own, you usually have the ingredients in your house, and you can usually just use them in order to make ingredients, and you can also use them for other things as well. So if you have flour, you can use it for pretty much anything that you cook in the kitchen, and you can use eggs for eggs, breakfast, a cake, or anything according to like that. So it's not just used for biscuits, while as you buy it at Walmart, it's just made for biscuits because it's what they're made for. Different price comparisons. If you buy all the ingredients, it rounds out to about $4.96, but the dollar extra it can be used for so much other things than just biscuits. While you're limited to an only amount of space with this certain item, you're allowed a bunch of space with all the other certain items. The last thing that I want to talk about is how waste. If you buy store-bought biscuits at Walmart or at Target or at the Dollar General, it comes in a little baggie, which is plastic, and it's also not economically friendly. You usually throw it away, or if you're like me, we throw it in a recycle bin. But most people throw it away, and it goes to landfills out in different places, and it takes a long way to go away. And if it ever gets blown in the wind, it can damage the wildlife or the life surrounding it. To use your own ingredients, you're recycling the same thing, and you're not having to using plastic. In most of the ingredients you can find healthy bags that are biodegradable and that they'll actually be able to use. Whereas if you buy the ones at Walmart or Dollar General, they are just in a plastic bag and they cannot be reused unless you put them in the recycle bin. And 75% of Americans today do not use the recycle bin at all. And the last thing that I want to say is that try making homemade stuff yourself. You will create memories with your family, and it's also economically friendly and biodegradable friendly. Thank you for letting me talk about this speech. I hope that you try it with your friends and your family and why you should use homemade instead of store-bought. Thank you.